Students, as we have seen, there are disadvantages of friction, and how to reduce that disadvantages. We have seen various examples that are actually helpful to reduce the friction value. Now, because there are certain advantages also, and sometimes we need to actually increase the friction value too, because increasing the friction would also be advantageous in some conditions. Okay, now let us see why and how the increasing of the friction would be helpful, and how we can actually increase the frictional value. So here are some points that we need to discuss. How to increase the friction is actually soles of the shoe is grooved and spiked. As you know, as we have seen, that the worn out shoes are not look good and even get slippery in rainy days, and because of not giving a very good hold on the position of the body, it could not be helpful for the balanced the body. Okay, so here, because using the shoes that are grooved actually helps us to help maintaining the position of the body and get ourselves in a very good manner. Because the sports person, as you have seen, that they always deliberately use the spiked and the grooved shoes, because they need to run on the ground. They need to make their body balance in such a manner that they do not get slipped. Okay, that only can be done if we increase the friction. Okay, so here is the example that increasing the grooving value of the shoes sole actually help us in increasing the friction. And in case of tires also, tires are got treaded. Okay, heavy vehicles like truck, tractor would always have such kind of tires, as you know, because the weight of these vehicles are so much that there is a fear of getting slip on the road, and roads are not always very good in conditions. Okay, so here, for increasing the value of friction, it will help us to maintain the balance of these vehicles too, so that they do not get slipped down over the road. And because their tire would have so much treaded thing in them, okay, that will actually increase the contact with the road surface and ultimately increase the frictional value. Okay, so here are the two conditions. One more conditions, as you can see, is the kabaddi player wipe their hands with a dry sand. Okay, as you can see here in picture, because sweating glands are here in the palm and some parts of our body, like the toe part also, the beneath part of our foot also will get sweat, and that actually gives us less grip over something. And kabaddi players are actually need to hold the other opponent in a very good hold. Okay, and that would only be possible if their grip is good, and grip is actually works on the principle of friction, as we have discussed earlier. Okay, so here, to increase the value of the grip, we need to increase friction value, so that kabaddi player always try to wipe their hand with the dry sand, so the surface here, irregularities in their hand will increase automatically. In the same manner, bowlers wipe ball with a dry cloth, because the sweating gland that insert on the ball will actually reduce the friction value, and that actually give less hold on the ball. And if a bowler wants to throw the ball, that ball is automatically get slipped with the hand, and that it does not want. Bowler always want to try to get the ball in the direction, in whatever direction they want to get it through. Okay, and that could only be happen if the grip of the ball and the bowler is good. Okay, so by doing that, it always wipe out the ball with the dry cloth, so that the sweat gland that is applicable on the surface of the ball get reduced.